Running outdoors, you got to take what nature gives you. We'd like to say we run when they don't. So we want to give you products to be able to run when you don't think you should run, when it's pouring rain outside, it's snowing. We're going to have products for you to get out there. You don't get better sitting on your butt not training. You got to get out there and run.
At Under Armour, it's always about premium textiles. They need to perform, they need to be the best. The merging of hybrid textiles with naturals and new seaming and bonding and super sleek, modern, fast, futuristic designs, that's where we are really going to turn it up a notch. If you look good and you feel good, you're going to perform better.
The GAC Sports Network welcomes you to the following presentation of the Great American Conference.
Good afternoon from OBU Soccer Complex. It is a cold and windy day out here on the plain in Shawnee. You would think it was November. It's not. It is the month of April, mid-April, but it is a great day for the GAC Soccer Championship, the Spring 2021 edition. Hi, I'm Joey McWilliams, joined by Eric Moyer here in Shawnee, and it is a privilege to get to be a part of the GAC Sports Network broadcast of this Great American Conference Championship match between the top seed Oklahoma Baptist, getting things underway here, and the number 2 seed Ouachita. Oklahoma Baptist in white, the home team, the top seed here at the OBU Soccer Complex, and Ouachita wearing the dark uniforms.
Let's go white.
And quickly, OBU down on its own end with an opportunity to,
call you, Joey,
you are going to call me on that one.
Which OBU's down
at
there?
its own end with an opportunity for a corner. That, of course, Eric Moyer, the Associate Commissioner for Communications for the Great American Conference. A privilege to get to sit by him today. The corner low pass is going to be cleared, and Oklahoma Baptist will set things up again between the Bison and the Tigers. How's that, Eric?
It was much more descriptive.
Beautiful day here. It is cold. It is windy, though. Ouachita comes in with a record of 8-3. I think technically you want to say 7-3-1, a tie in an earlier match in the Great American Conference playoffs that goes back to the quarterfinals against Northwestern, and Ouachita advanced 4-2 with penalty kicks. Oklahoma Baptist, a record of 7-1-2 overall, and the top seed here. We'll get the starters to you here momentarily as the Bison is setting things up out about midfield right now, and each team trying to get a feel for one another here in the early going. Had met one time already this year, with Oklahoma Baptist coming away with a 2-0 victory. Had the men's GAC MIAA championship last night. Rogers State coming away with a 1-0 victory there. A cool night in April. I think it's a little bit cooler here now, actually a little further south and during the daytime, and the wind definitely is not helping the temperature any at all.
So I say the science doesn't add up because it's middle of the day as opposed to a nighttime game. The sun is out, although there are, you vary between mostly or partly cloudy versus a day that was mostly spent in the clouds of rain up in Claremore. But also our broadcast booth is exposed to the elements. That probably makes you feel a little cooler than you were yesterday.
It does that. Northwest wind about 15 to 20 miles an hour, and gusts a little bit more than that. And we see for the first time today as that one drifts into the vicinity of the Oklahoma Baptist goalkeeper, Mia Pendleton. In goal for Ouachita, Michelle Snow. And we get those starters to you now. The Ouachita Tigers, again, wearing the dark uniforms. This ball crosses midfield. Oklahoma Baptist going to push it ahead a little bit. We'll stay with the play here just a moment. Trying to find middle of the field, Katie Fowler. Passing to her right. Looking down near the end line, Keely Hampton. Not going to be able to control that. And it was pushed out. So we're looking at a corner now as Kaylee Swainer comes in. Let's get those starters for Ouachita. A 5'7" senior from Fort Worth, Texas, wearing number 4 for Ouachita, Megan North. A 5'9" junior from Princeton, Texas, wearing number 6, Jamie Dotson, as Swanner. The pass inside, the header is going to go a little bit long. Will it stay in bounds? It will not, and so Ouachita will have an opportunity to push it the other direction. We continue with the starters for the Tigers. A 5'7" freshman from Arlington, Texas, wearing number 8, Mia Palladini. A 5'6" junior from Mesquite, Texas, wearing number 9, Jamie Fowler. A 5'5" sophomore from McKinney, Texas, wearing number 11, Jocelyn Kispert. A 5'6" senior from Meridian, Mississippi, wearing number 13, Erica Gattle. 5'3" sophomore from Cabot, Arkansas, wearing number 17, Grayson Turner. A 5'6" sophomore from Houston, Texas, wearing number 19, Ashlyn Lynch. A 5'6" freshman from Keller, Texas, wearing number 21, Frankie Nine. Little contact there, and Snow will clear that high. Going against that north wind, it's a challenge for those goalkeepers to clear it too far. And rounding out the starters for Ouachita. So we have a pass inside. Shot is high, way high, off the foot of Hannah White. A 5'4" sophomore from Skiatook, Oklahoma, wearing number 26, Hannah Thompson. And in goal today for Ouachita, wearing number 0, a 5'4" sophomore from North Richland Hills, Michelle Snow. And Snow going against that tough wind. And we talked about this actually just a little bit in last night's broadcast. A still night in Claremore. Both goalkeepers able to clear things, set things up for the other end. It is definitely here in Shawnee, there is an advantage to moving from the north to the south, which is on your monitor from right to left generally. It's kind of tough.
You know, I actually talked to Coach White about it at pregame, and he thought that sometimes going into the wind plays an advantage, certainly with ball control and passing. The ball doesn't, you can kind of keep control of it, whereas if you keep it low to the ground on your feet, whereas passes in the air, you lose, unless you have a depth touch, you have a ability to lose
amazing control, yeah. Well, we saw it go off of White's foot there a little strong with that wind behind it just a moment ago. The whistle will be Ouachita's opportunity. Now Oklahoma Baptist starting lineups for the Bison. They look like this as that one will go out. A 5'9" junior from Rockwall, Texas, wearing number 2, Keely Hampton. 5'3" sophomore from Norman, Oklahoma, wearing number 5, Katie Fowler. A 5'6" redshirt senior from Parker, Colorado, wearing number 6, Emily Griffith. 5'8" senior from Norman, Oklahoma, wearing number 9, Hannah White. So we see back and forth around midfield right now. A 5'2" freshman from Rockwall, Texas, wearing number 10, Kaylee Swanner. A 5'5" freshman from Littleton, Colorado, wearing number 12, Holland Reese. A 5'6" junior from Colorado Springs, wearing number 14, Kelsey Minson. 5'5" freshman from Peyton, Colorado, wearing number 16, Kimmy McKinney. A 5'6" junior from Mustang, Oklahoma, wearing number 17, Sarah Bryant. As the shot a little low, and Snow is there for that. Emily Griffith with another solid look. Rounding out the starters for Oklahoma Baptist, by the way, a 5'5" senior from Mustang, Oklahoma, number 24, Hannah Evans. And in goal this afternoon, a 5'4" freshman from Choctaw, Oklahoma, wearing number 0, Mia Pendleton. Nice look, by the way, is one of the best looks of the day Griffith had right then, taking it the other direction into that strong wind. Here come the Tigers. Lynch looking in the corner for Turner, and Turner wants to reset. Cleared out. Griffith take it the other direction, looking ahead, quickly down the field. Fowler, and it'll go a little bit too far for her liking, and Snow will clear. For Oklahoma Baptist, the 4th consecutive year to make it to the GAC championship match. And this contest has been held here in Shawnee a number of times now, Eric.
It has. It was here in 2017 when Southwestern upended the top-seeded Bison by a 3-2 count. They hosted again in 2018, and they enacted revenge with an overtime win.
Moving down. Pass to the middle to no one in particular. Stepping in, though, is Minson. Minson shot a little wide.
You know, I have to keep myself from saying last year, but instead say last season.
Yes.
The tournament was back in Southwestern, and the Bulldogs won their 4th title, but for the first time in 4 years, they're not in the 5 years. They're not in the final, as they were knocked out by Southern Nazarene in the first round.
Now, upset too is the Bulldogs had a 2-goal lead late in that contest, and Southern Nazarene tied things up. Able to come away with the victory there.
Indeed, it was the first time they've actually Southern Nazarene had won a match here at our tournament. They had, in 2014, they made the final, but they got their via penalty kicks. So their first tournament win. So good step forward for Coach Duncan and her program to get that win, and then obviously make it here to Shawnee for Thursday's semifinal.
White no stranger to this tournament either. Again, as Oklahoma Baptist has had some ups and downs here, but trying to right the ship. 1 and 2 in championship matches, want to even things out, and an opportunity there goes by the wayside. Tigers take this a different direction. Whistle blows, and
in the first part of the GAC history, Ouachita was a mainstay in the final. They were in 3 of the first 4 and won the tournament in 2014. But the 2014 title was actually their last win at the event until Thursday. So they are, you know, welcome back into this spotlight. Coach White was here for all those appearances back in the first part of the year, but none of these Tigers have experienced this final. So I wonder if that could lead to more cautious play to start out, even though you have already seen Oklahoma Baptist one time this year.
Tigers simply clear things out. Gives Oklahoma Baptist a chance to inbound on what is, from our perspective, the far side of the field, down to the right corner, trying to find the pass inside. Going to be taken away. Midfield, it will stay on the Oklahoma Baptist end. Ouachita wanting to control the pace of this game, if the Tigers can, and that shot corralled by Snow. Oklahoma Baptist, though, keeping it on that south end of the field, though, really controlling this. And
it does feel like that prevailing wind is playing a role in how we have basically had one minor attack by Ouachita in these first 12 minutes.
Stays in for the Bison. Nice job by Evans to control it. Tries to pass inside. Griffith. That's cleared out. Yeah, you're right, Eric. It's been staying with the Bison, and I think that does work to Oklahoma Baptist advantage. Early on, it would give the feel at least of that, but a game with a lot of offense, I would think, would tend to favor the Bison, especially here at home.
I would tend to agree. I do wonder if, you know, when you spend 70, 80% of the time in your own end and that first half clock is winding down and knowing that it's likely going to flip, how much pressure builds to net one before going into halftime.
Palladini tried to clear that, and Jamie Fowler took that off the side of her head, so she's ready to get it down on the other end of the pitch. We're not talking about players that are especially tall, but you look out there right now and you see the 5'9" Jamie Dotson and the 5'7" Mia Palladini amongst the other players that are currently on the pitch right now, and they seem to be especially tall. Both goalkeepers 5'4".
Sorry, I'm just kind of hanging you out on this one.
Observation.
So you would dare say in the tail of tape that would be even.
Yeah, definitely. Oklahoma Baptist is going to clear it to themselves now and actually turn it over. So Ouachita maybe with an opportunity to move this one into that north wind. We're in the 15th minute now here. And you talk about activity between the two. It has definitely favored Oklahoma Baptist here in the early going. Four shots by the Bison here, one shot on goal. Had a couple of corner opportunities here. And that one pushed away. Griffith sending it back to Evans now. Nice job by Fowler, chased that one down. Tigers trying to keep control, cleared out to the far side, and Hampton finds Griffith back to Hampton. Ahead, looking for Fowler. Fowler wanting to chase that one down. Gattle clears it out. Ordinarily, we might be talking about the fact that the winner of this contest would earn an automatic bid to the NCAA tournament. That's not going to be part of the conversation today. Staying close on that Ouachita end, by the way. No, the Bison like to keep it there back to midfield. As Eric, the NCAA, determined back in the fall that there would be no fall sports championships, and even though our season here is in the spring, that still holds.
Yep, it was a decision they came to. It was probably unfeasible to know how many teams were going to be able to try and play, so to get a representative field, they decided to nix them all. But as you see them play both yesterday and today, these weren't treated as, you know, games that didn't have stakes. There was
exactly
a lot of you know, intensity and passion yesterday, and you're seeing here today too. So while they may not advance from here, they all know what's at stake in this one. T-shirts, medals.
That's right. And more.
Banners.
That's a big deal. The banner is a big
see that picture
deal.
with me.
That's also a big deal. You know, it's one of those things too, as we saw offsides on the previous trip down the court. You may have noticed the defenders from Ouachita giving it back to Snow, and Snow kicking it high actually came back. Went up against that north wind and was headed south by the time it hit the turf. Pendleton comes out and she'll collect that. Aggressive with that play there. Didn't want to wait and let it take a high bounce. And she'll come out, benefit from that strong north wind.
I mean, you're looking at like 15 yards of difference between their average kicks between these two.
And maybe more. Evans can't chase it down. Nice crowd coming out today, by the way, for both these teams. Good crowd coming in from Arkadelphia to watch the Tigers play today. And I know you've been here a time or two before here in Shawnee, but the folks definitely come out to watch this Bison women's soccer team play here on this pitch, especially in GAC tournament time.
Yeah, they do a great job coming out here and supporting this team. You know, they've been, like I said, been in 4 straight finals and hosted 3 times, so they're darn near a ritual at this point that they're going to come out and see postseason play here.
A lot of contact, letting it go. Midfield, chase down Kispert. Not going to get a good look there, and Pendleton will send it to her right.
Also, they benefit by the fact that no other events here in Shawnee right now. The softball had to be moved to Oklahoma City to face SAU. So, if you want to be on campus and see an event, this is your one chance today.
Pass to the middle. There's a shot cleared out. Hampton really didn't get a good look at that either, too. So Evans.
It looks like she was off like half a step when she got the ball out there. She wasn't able to strike
didn't have the step into it. No score throughout the first 19 minutes here. Talked about the Tigers not clearing much. The 4 shots from the Bison, just 1 shot on the afternoon for the Tigers. Looking inside, Fowler tries to push it to her right. There's the pass. Griffiths shot high and a little wide to the right.
Yeah, I know she didn't connect there, but I'm just perpetually amazed by the career that Emily had here at Oklahoma Baptist, starting off as the league's top goalkeeper, and then to transition herself out, not just outfield, but become like their top striker, leading the team in goals and points this year. It's just a great willingness to do whatever it takes to benefit the team, because when she was younger, they had veteran strikers.
Coach Mike White, who has been around for quite a while here in Shawnee, finds a way to get the most out of his players. Lynch allowing the defenders to come to her, and she'll send that out just about over here to where we're sitting right now.
We have a moat to protect us, so that's helpful.
Yes, there it is.
More of a moat Thursday.
That is true. The rain has been here in Oklahoma, made its way over into Arkansas, but on Thursday, pretty strong rain, and we're glad a lot of it cleared out by Friday. But you still see the remnants of it here. And even the inbound pass affected by the wind as Lynch could not get the pass in. It was blown out of bounds.
Gotta aim it 2 balls out to the left.
Exactly. Yeah, you're exactly right. Evans, Minson. They'll reset. Individual honors, by the way, for this Ouachita team. Of course, after the season it's had, Coach Kevin Wright comes away as the Coach of the Year in the league.
I was a little surprised it was his first time winning. I thought that he had picked one up those first 3 or 4 years in the league when they were right at the top of the standings year in and year out. But I guess always was taking 2nd or 3rd to the voting. Certainly to Coach Pearson at Southwestern being so good.
Getting to the middle of the pitch. Bison outside. Evans pass back to the middle, and it's cleared. Hey, you're right. Record of for all intents and purposes, 8-3.
But actually 7-3-1.
Actually 7-3-1. I realize that.
I know you want to.
You're going to advance.
I know you want to.
You want to give them that credit. You're going to advance in the conference tournament, but it is 7-3-1.
Tie.
I know.
I mean, you can make whatever rules you want, but you have to kind of follow some standards.
It's a COVID era.
It's the same.
We don't do stats all the time.
It would have been the same in 2016 and 17.
That's true. Kick. Trying to find someone in the middle, can't do it. And McKimmey will move back. They reset then for the Bison. And there are windy days in Arkansas, Arkadelphia in particular for this, with this particular team out here right now. But there is something about playing in Shawnee, something about playing in Weatherford, that the wind is a factor. Shot is wide left. One of the best looks of the afternoon.
But you know what goes on when we're in Arkadelphia?
A few of those.
That stadium's down, or that stadium is down.
It is.
It's a better.
Now, one of the best looks of the afternoon so far, and it's just not going to fly for Oklahoma Baptist this time. So. Hampton looking for it, maybe another opportunity. That won't go wide as well. You know, in an afternoon like this, of course, you look at it, it is staying on that south end so much. And I know it sounds simplistic, but you have to have the ball on your end of the field in order to score. And Ouachita has not had that opportunity.
You just got to be so precise with every pass you make, and just even get, you know, a run into a corner, not even necessarily going towards goal every time, but just to put something down there. Maybe you can get a set piece or a foul, to run something to just stop always defending for 25 minutes in. I think they've been defending their half for 24 and a half.
Yeah, 25, 26 minutes in now. One of the best looks here. Turner sets up middle of the field as Dotson has it. Left side, pass in the middle. Well, I'm saying no one's there. Palladini there. And too much traffic.
It looked like feet got tangled up there, and I let her get a foot to it, and then ball carried harmlessly out of bounds on the touchline.
Talked about Ouachita, that tie, but advancing by way of penalty kicks. Northwestern there in the quarterfinals, and then a 3-0 victory over Southern Nazarene after the Crimson Storm. Talked about them getting that win, the upset win, the number 6 seed. 3-0 win for Ouachita. And that took place right up here in Shawnee.
They played in the earlier game when they probably got the worst of the weather. I think scored in the 6th minute or so. Take the lead early, so they were playing from an advantage.
Pretty much that entire contest. The insurance goals came late, much later on.
Weren't they both left for the 80th minute, I think?
So, yeah. Less than a minute apart, too.
So 3-0 perhaps not fully representative of how the game was contested, but teams get desperate and have to change their tactics to try and get an equalizer.
For Oklahoma Baptist, advancing out of the quarterfinal round with a bye in top seed, moving on to play the 4th seeded East Central Tigers there in the semis in that 6 o'clock game. An equal 3-0 score to advance to the championship.
Very different though in that Hannah White scored twice in the first half. They were playing from also playing like an advantage like Ouachita did. They had a more comfortable margin throughout.
This is going to stay with Oklahoma Baptist now. Rebound pushed around. Minson looking in the middle of the field now. Not gonna. It will make it to Evans. She'll slow it down. Looking for someone, a cutter. Can't find it. Taken away. Other direction. Turner. Nice job by White to slow that down just a little bit. Bison step in again. And more time on this south end of the field. Evans to the left. She's going to take it herself. Shot. Pass just to the left. Wow. And we looked at that again. Don't know if it was offsides the call, but the shot went just a little bit to the left. Incidentally, checking in now for Ouachita, senior from Mesquite, Texas, Brianna Lozano, excuse me, and the newcomer of the year in the Great American Conference. So Ouachita with a pair of individual superlatives closing out this spring 2021 season. Minson the set to White.
Sorry, Coach, because of their balanced attack and Oklahoma Baptist actually didn't get any of the individual awards this year.
Evans, the cutter, no one there, a little bit high. And White wasn't quite able to get over there in time. And we see it again. Yeah, just a bit too high for White to get to. Checking in for Oklahoma Baptist now, Anna Fulton. Fulton, freshman from Tulsa. And actually a transfer from ORU. More than 30 minutes have gone by here in the first half. Still no score. Bison, just take it away. Nice look, Swanner. And White is there. Harassed by Thompson. White trying to cross the field. Evans there. And Evans will lose it. Other direction, here comes Lynch. Lynch wanting it back. McKinney redirects that.
The risk of talking about Division I athletics, how about the profile that was raised by Oral Roberts last month?
A lot. Of course, Eric referring.
A lot more folks know where that is in the world
exactly.
as opposed to where they did on March 1st, that's for sure.
And you know, we're playing this match in the state of Oklahoma, and there were a number of folks that may have known that Oral Roberts University existed, didn't know it was a D1 school, or where it was located for that matter.
You've been right. They were the last surviving team in the state, right? Both OU and OSU lost in the second round.
Yeah, men's NCAA Division I men's basketball tournament.
Also ties Division I and also the GAC is East Central is looking for a men's basketball coach, as Coach Crutchfield found his way on the staff at Oregon.
Yeah, that's news from this week in the Great American Conference. Shot.
What an effort.
Went just a little bit wide.
I presume Snow got a hand on it there.
Yeah,
That 5'4"
Snow did.
frame.
Yeah, I believe Snow did get a hand on that too, but she's able to send a little bit wide. So we're looking at a corner kick here. Doing the honors for Oklahoma Baptist. Swanner tie. Players are there. Nice job. That was great job by Dotson stepping in. In place again for Oklahoma Baptist, and that one's redirected. It's going to go out, which allows for another corner now. Swanner there again. Oklahoma Baptist with opportunity after opportunity. And Eric, with just more than 11.5 minutes remaining here in this first half, you think that the Bison need to take advantage.
This does fit. This is becoming that moment. 2 straight corner kicks now, and
high. McKinney goes high. Tipped wide. Chased down by Fowler. Cleared out by Dotson, and it will go out. Incidentally, also in the contest for Ouachita, you may have seen her inbounded just a moment ago, wearing number 23, a 5'5" junior from Austin, Texas, Asha Sampson. Nice job by Kisper to go ahead and keep that in. Allow our team to work with it. Dotson looking ahead. Kisper on the right side. Can't find a cutter. Taken away. Bryant. And White back to the middle of the field. Kitchell, by the way, and we haven't talked about her too much. She's been a solid force on this Oklahoma Baptist team for quite some time. Made some noise a couple of years ago when the Bison won, including getting the golden goal in overtime for the victory. Had 2 actually in that game.
that would that'd be a solid legacy to have. I don't have a golden goal in my.
No, you don't. I'm part of GAC tournament history, and that's a big deal. Again, there for the clear out. Bryant doing her job right in the middle, as is McKinney. All right, the contact now. This could be one of the best opportunities now of the afternoon for Ouachita. We'll get the kick.
Yeah, it's not what I think, feeling as desperate to convert as I really do think that Oklahoma Baptist is going to feel that these final 9 minutes is they have so dominated play. As of yet nothing to show for it, whereas Ouachita would happily take this chance.
Megan North the kick. Drifts a bit with the wind, header, and Pendleton's there.
It's too far out to get a.
Yeah, it just came back in.
A shot to challenge Pendleton.
Shot again, Pendleton with the save. Nice look. And Turner, by the way, was in great position. If Pendleton hadn't been there, Turner, a great cut to the inside. She was there. And Evans will take it the other direction. A little bit of excitement now on the Tigers into the field.
I just think they just can't contain that momentum, and the ball is.
Dotson once again. Kitchell, and it's high. Get one more look at this. Lynch with an opportunity. Full extension from Pendleton. And she used all of her frame to reach out and bring that one in. And you're right. Did you see? I mean, Turner was there.
Yeah, it was
so,
nearly over her
nice.
head. Nearly over her head and missed it.
Opportunity, Snow, to put it into play for the Tigers. 7.5 remaining here in the first half. Gonna let this play as Dotson, big in the win to get to the championship match.
Good tackle there.
And taking the other direction. Swanner, number receiver to favor the Bison right now. Kitchell, excuse me, save by Snow. Great job. That was White looking inside. Kitchell was there as well. Snow gets over with the save, but another corner kick opportunity for the Bison. How many opportunities today now? Gonna be, they'll just ease it in.
Fourth corner kick now.
Just ease it in.
I know I have not watched the most soccer of anyone that is, but it seems as though that the shallow corner kick is a far lower success rate of developing into something than something that's
well, really, and you're right.
Challenges the keeper.
By design, no doubt. And Oklahoma Baptist will just take an opportunity to reset as they kicked it out their own back line. They're going to reset midfield now. On the afternoon, we look at the numbers here. Oklahoma Baptist 13 shots, 4 shots on goal. And Snow is putting together a pretty good afternoon with those 4 saves, keeping the clean sheet.
Yeah, they are not the garden variety either. She's got to go full extension, what, twice already now?
Yeah.
Stretching that, what, 5'4" frame.
Both goalkeepers not particularly tall. Kitchell, she'll send it back.
We also need the wingspan, though. We need to put that on the goalies.
Well, that's true. Don't know that. We know this. Both goalkeepers have definitely used that wingspan. They've come out. They've played strong. And both, again, coming after shutouts in the semifinal. For Snow, she has been in goal every minute of every game. Well, excuse me. There's a game and a half in which she didn't play. Game which she didn't play entirely. And she set out the second half of the Delta State match, a match in which 2 goals were scored. Delta State came away with a victory there, but both of those goals were scored when Snow had taken a seat on the bench. So she's had a fantastic year. Meanwhile, for Pendleton, she's been in goal pretty much all season long.
And the league's coaches recognize Snow as our second team keeper. Pendleton on the honorable mention list. Reina Gonzalez from Northwestern tabbed as the first team keeper. And those who have watched play Northwestern games, you know that they ask a lot of their keeper making saves, because they routinely are the league leader in saves per game, and she performed quite well up to the test. She was our newcomer of the year back in 2019, so she's been much lauded in her time at Alva.
Hampton takes a seat for Oklahoma Baptist. Checking in for her is a 5'6" senior from Dallas, Texas. Wearing number 15, it's Abigail Parker. Activity, but not a lot of show for it now. Just 3.5 remaining here in the first half. Still no score. I think both these squads are looking to take this one into the intermission. And Snow will step in.
Obviously, there are no such things as fractional points in soccer, but if this thing does go in scores enough, you have to think that Coach Wright and Ouachita will be feeling great about themselves if they can keep this thing managed. Like you said, the 13-4 shots advantage, and minutes attributed to the Bison offense and the wind. If you can just get that more back to even or swing it in your favor, then they could be in great position to pull off an upset in the second half.
Madison Humbard, a 5'6" sophomore from Bryant for Ouachita. Part of that, they look around, able to get over to Kispert, but it's back down the field again. Bison, another opportunity. Looking to the middle of the field. White to her left. Just going to get over there and get stuck within the tripod. Camera crew getting involved in the GAC Sports Network.
Don't damage the equipment. I know what it costs.
That's true.
Place.
Less than 2 minutes is Snow just going into that wind. It's so tough. McKinney ahead.
And even just the ability to boot a ball to midfield just makes it so the clearance is so much easier for Oklahoma Baptist. When Ouachita does get an attack, one solid kick gets you back into neutral territory, whereas when it's the other end, you almost need 2 passes at least to feel like you're out of harm's way.
Midfield, Dotson. Trying to find an opportunity, can't do it. There's White. Swanner for Parker. Hit the 1 minute mark now. White want to take it herself. No one to look at. Kitchell back in the contest. She's going to poke it over to Parker. And Parker, now the shot taken in by Snow. And it was high and floated a little bit. Snow had plenty of time to come up underneath.
More wishful thinking. I don't know if it was a miss hit or.
Yeah. Tigers, Humbard. Looks like Fowler's just going to slow this one down. Trying to find somebody. Cutter across the middle. May have someone there. Kispert. It's taken away. No call with 10 seconds left in the first half. Tigers faithful wanted the call. Didn't get it.
It looked like she had also gotten both feet inside the box. That would have been quite the call to make with 6 seconds left.
Boy, you're exactly right. The horn sounds here at the OBU Soccer Complex, and after 45 minutes, neither team has put one in the back of the net. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back with the second half of this GAC Women's Soccer Championship on the GAC Sports Network.
My college journey allowed me to become a versatile musician, a well-rounded student, and a stronger person. My experience at Henderson State University is why I live ready.
Character, culture, and Christ have been the motto for Southern Nazarene University for many, many years. When I came as president, I was really curious about those words and really curious to dig into the archives. In fact, a conversation on campus one day with a visitor to our campus who asked that same question, what does character, culture, and Christ mean today? These days, I like to talk about refining character. I think that we're all in process, and in those collegiate years, those years of a university experience, there's a great opportunity to refine character.
When you think about college, it's easy to think of intimidating things.
Like the large campus and classrooms, big books and big tests.
And the long journey you'll take to achieve your dream career.
But when you get here, you realize that it's not just about these things.
Instead, it's about the people.
The people who pushed us to succeed.
Those who struggled and achieved with us.
Believed in us.
It's about how we feel when we're on campus.
It's about finding our place.
It's about family. You may not always know exactly where you're going, But at SAU, it's about discovering yourself and living and learning with people who care about you.
It's about finding your home.
It's about being home.
This
This.
is home.
Yeah, I've got choices.
I'm ready for my future.
Your future, your choice.
If you have the talent and dedication to succeed in school and in sports, we'll provide the opportunity.
Looking back, I think I was a little nervous starting college. But from the moment I arrived at OBU, it felt like home. I found new friends, we laughed together, studied together, and learned what it means to be a bison.
Amy.
I got to know my professors and found out that they really care about me. I found my place at OBU.
Back home, the world seems small. Here, it has expanded.
I've been challenged and have grown in knowledge and in spirit.
I've been part of something bigger, something special.
Surrounded and supported by new brothers and sisters who were once strangers.
And my sense of community and my role in it has grown too.
Harding University, a community of mission.
In high school, people described me as bright,
Hardworking and dedicated.
That I had a big heart because I care about people and doing the right things.
Now, everywhere I look, I see an entire community just like that.
learning more,
doing more, and caring more.
A community of mission, Harding University.
Before the house, before the office, the late nights and new bosses. Before the last hugs, the wins and the losses. Before building the team, before building yourself. The rise and grinds, all day, every days. Before the letter, before the dream, there was a kid who loved to play. If you have the talent and dedication to succeed in school and in sports, we'll provide the opportunity.
Southern Arkansas University feels like home and is dedicated to student achievement and developing a caring atmosphere both on campus and online. With more than 80 degrees in 4 distinct colleges and the School of Graduate Studies, SAU initiates new degree programs to fit the needs of career and professional trends of today. Visit us today and see why Southern Arkansas University feels like home.
How to spot a bull weevil. Bull weevils are a fascinating species.
They're known to travel in packs, are highly intelligent, and can thrive in any environment. Each and every bull weevil is unique, and they have unique opportunities. But they all share one common trait. Every bull weevil has a bright future awaiting wherever they go. And that's how you spot a bull weevil. Learn more at uamont.edu.
The professors care and they go out of their way to make sure that you are going to succeed.
Hi, I'm Rolante. I'm a sophomore at Southeastern, and we help make this video.
Did you know
that 1 in 5 women are sexually assaulted in college?
that 1 in 16 men are sexually assaulted as well?
That only 13% of rape survivors report assault. That 8 in 10 victims know their attacker.
In the Great American Conference,
There are over 50,000 students with over 4,100 student athletes. In the Great American Conference,
it's on us to stop sexual assault.
anyone can be a victim. Everyone can be a part of the solution.
It's on me.
To give a voice to the voiceless. It's on us. To give hope to the hopeless. It's on me. To take a stand.
It's on us.
To make a difference on our campuses.
It's on you.
To take the pledge.
It's on us. 12 schools.
2 states.
1 conference.
It's on us.
Character, culture, and Christ have been the motto for Southern Nazarene University for many, many years. When I came as president, I was really curious about those words and really curious to dig into the archives. In fact, a conversation on campus one day with a visitor to our campus who asked that same question, what is character, culture, and Christ? Creating culture. Certainly when we graduate students, they go out and they create culture in classrooms. They create culture in churches. They create culture anywhere they go.
As a student athlete, I've been challenged both in the classroom and on the field. Between the education that I've received and the relationships that I've built, my time at Henderson State University has prepared me to live ready.
Running outdoors, you got to take what nature gives you. We'd like to say we run when they don't. So we want to give you products to be able to run when you don't think you should run, when it's pouring rain outside, it's snowing. We're going to have products for you to get out there. You don't get better sitting on your butt not training. You got to get out there and run.
At Under Armour, it's always about premium textiles. They need to perform, they need to be the best. The merging of hybrid textiles with naturals and new seaming and bonding and super sleek, modern, fast, futuristic designs, that's where we are really going to turn it up a notch. If you look good and you feel good, you're going to perform better.
So how do you make it? How do you overcome the odds? There's Natasha's way. Be shy, focus on yourself, till they focus on you. Or Juana's way.
Why be one champ when I want to be 2?
Be like Yusra. Let nothing
Syrian refugee pulls boat to safety.
destroy your dreams.
Screw fate.
Or maybe you beat doubt one step at a time, like Johnny. What about Zoe? Never satisfied. Not with trophies or stunts. Then there's Dennis. Work with what you got to get what you don't. Or you could be like me. Dream of pro football, get hurt, dream over. Find yourself with just $7 in your pocket. So how did I get here? By being the hardest worker in the room. How are you gonna get here?
At the OBU soccer complex here in Shawnee, Oklahoma, it is an absolutely beautiful day, overcast. The sun is out at times and it's been peeking around and making it look wonderful here in Shawnee. Oklahoma Baptist University, a wonderful campus as well. If you like offense, well, you're not going to see too much of it, at least through the first 45 minutes, as OBU, well, searching for that first goal, as is Ouachita. This championship match between the top two seeds in the Great American Conference here in the spring of 2021 is seeing a lot of these two teams, well, making their way to the middle of the field. However, Oklahoma Baptist has been taking a few shots, 13 shots over the course of the afternoon, 3 shots on goal. Meanwhile, for Ouachita, 4 shots on the afternoon, 1 shot on goal. Mia Pendleton, the Bison goalkeeper, with that 1 save. Michelle Snow with 3 saves for Ouachita. This team's been firing away, and Tori Kitchell, we talked about her as she has her name cemented in the GAC history books as far as Oklahoma Baptist is concerned, coming away with the game-winning goal in 2018 to help her team to a championship. She comes in off the bench, and she's really been probably the most aggressive player for this Bison team. At least statistically, she definitely is. 7 shots, 2 on goal. She's had the best looks of the afternoon. The Ouachita defense has really kind of sunk in just a little bit, clogged up the middle of the field, and not given the Bison really any good looks, even though the opportunities have been there. And so now Oklahoma Baptist here on its home field will be going into that northwest wind. A strong northwest wind at that. We're about a minute away from starting this second half here. Joey McWilliams along with Eric Moyer. And Eric doing GAC duties right now, taking care of business apart from our broadcast booth. There you see the Ouachita faithful making the way from Arkadelphia all the way here to Shawnee. The sun is out. That makes it feel a little bit better here. You see all the folks with their heavy cold weather clothing on here in April. But that's what it feels like here. Meanwhile, you talk about these two teams and what they're seeing on the pitch right now is it's been more than just, well, neither team's been able to score. Defense has really come out, and you think really dictating the pace of the play as the nice look at the American flag there in the northwest corner of the soccer complex here. It's at full extension. Dictating the pace of play would seem to favor the Tigers this afternoon. They can put the ball in the goal, but to be able to slow down this Oklahoma Baptist offense here on its home field is something that would work to Coach Wright's favor. Visited with him about that over the course, or a little bit earlier this afternoon prior to today's contest. I don't know if you can hear that or not. There is a helicopter flying in. Looks like it's going to do a flyby over the complex here. Might be able to see that there. There it is. Nice look at that helicopter.
Let's go,
an airport really near campus here in Shawnee. Meanwhile, having said that, though, thanks, guys, for a look at the helicopter. Appreciate that. Meanwhile, having said that, though, Coach Wright said this team would like to dictate the pace. And if it does get to be a higher scoring game, that would be a pace that would seem to be dictated by Oklahoma Baptist. Not that his team couldn't keep up. He has no doubts about his team being able to keep up, but it would be a pace dictated by the Bison. And now Oklahoma Baptist wearing the home white uniforms here on their home field, moving from left to right on your monitor. And we are close to a regional airport here in Shawnee, just down the way on MacArthur Avenue. Ouachita wearing the dark uniforms. Their road uniforms here, the number 2 seed, and they're wanting to be moving from right to left. There is Dotson trying to get something going. Turner is there. And that one's kicked over here, as Eric mentioned. The moat just goes right past our table here. Okay, whoever threw that in, threw that about 6 inches past my left ear. I almost got into play unwillingly. Keeley Hampton to inbound. And now on the Ouachita end, as Kispert tries to get that past. Stepping in is Fowler. She'll move to the left corner and look for a cutter. No one there. Pass, and it's cleared somewhat. White taken away. There's a shot, and Pendleton is there. That's a nice look by 9. Frankie 9 had one of the 4 Ouachita shots in the first half. Only one on goal. That was Dotson. Hampton, 9 stepped in. Kispert. The defense will come out on her. Now Kispert along the baseline. Pass and cleared. And McKinney. A couple of players on the turf. McKinney is one of those, and she and Fowler both connected on that ball at the same time, and I'm not sure they didn't kick each other. A little slow, look at that. And each one. And Fowler, she stayed on the field for a little while. Took her just a little bit to slowly get up. A lot of reverb on that ball when both legs hit it at the same time. Sent well the other direction. Lozano to the corner, and Kispert won't be able to chase that one down. Staying now on the Ouachita end. Kispert has it taken away. There's the pass. Right there in the middle. Nowhere to go. Cleared by White. One of the best opportunities of the afternoon for Ouachita. And the defense just backs in. Staying home. Kispert now in the other corner. And this one's going to stay with the Tigers. pass to the middle. Dotson, it goes a little bit over her head and then past the back line. It's actually going to work out. Yeah, it's going to work out to the benefit there. Thought that Dotson was the last one to touch that. Was not. And it results in a corner kick opportunity. Megan North to do the honors. And maybe not. Frankie 9 will go to the corner for the Tigers. So North, Dotson, Kispert there. High pass and will hit the top of the netting from the wrong side. We were talking about that north wind, and really you want to be able to hook that pass. Might even be able to get a shot out of it. But you have to gauge that wind, and it just went a little bit too strong for 9 on the kick. Dotson wants to keep it there. Other direction now. Bryant past midfield. And that one will go up and over the dugout. Chase that one down for a while. Bring in a new ball. Yeah, that one's, there's a ball boy or ball girl somewhere out in the mud trying to find that one. Meanwhile, Hampton looking ahead. White. Nowhere to go. Fowler loses it. Crowd wanted there to be a whistle for a little too much contact. And chased down by Swanner. Feel for the game right now. We thought a little bit early on that we might see a little bit more scoring in this match. The way it's going, if there was a goal that was scored, especially on that south end, it's the kind of goal that might hold up on a day like today. Madison Williams, by the way, wearing number 7 for Oklahoma Baptist, is checked in. Williams, a sophomore from Allen, Texas. Finally called out on 9. And this one's going to be out as well. Lozano sends that one. Just down that line too. Frankie 9 trying to hang on to that one. So will inbound. And should inbound from just about the same place. 9 redirects it. Fowler's there. White on the right side. An opportunity to pass in. And it did not go out the back line. Thought that might be a corner opportunity for Oklahoma Baptist. Instead, the Bison are going to have to throw it in and take it down to the other end once again. White, again, there's the look. Snow steps in. White, the cutter that time, going to be one of the best opportunities for her, and Snow collects that one again. So Pendleton sends it over to Bryant now, and Bryant to reset. Tigers moving past midfield now, wanting to keep things on their own end. Defense collecting now for the Tigers. In the middle, Griffith's going to reset. White to Fowler. Fowler and 9 mixing it up. Taken away by Hampton. The shot to pass. And Snow goes out to try to get it. No one in goal now, but no one was there to be able to bring it back in. Nice job, working hard for that Griffith. That's a nice look on the inside. Taken away and cleared out Lozano. Now another look. And stepping up, another save. And Snow's been doing her job in goal. As Eric Moyer will rejoin me here in the broadcast booth after his GAC duties. He's taking care of business here in the conference.
Yeah, someone's got to put the trophies in position to be awarded.
Somebody does.
When you're a staff of 4, there's not a lot of minions to dole out assignments to. And we're at 2 other championships.
That's true, and there's a lot going on around the Great American Conference today as well. Fowler in the corner, reset, and she can't get it back. You know, Eric, is I know you've been looking on the pitch off and on as you've been taking care of things and your other responsibilities too, but you know, interestingly enough, Oklahoma Baptist has been for the majority of this first 12 minutes so far, kept the ball on its end of the field once again.
I saw a few attacks down towards this end as I was positioning trophies. But it does seem that not just the wind factored in there, first half dominance of possession.
Again, Oklahoma Baptist coming away the victors when these two teams met not that long ago, as a matter of fact. It's the only time to meet this year. It was back on April 3rd, just a couple of weeks ago, and it was a 2-0 victory for Oklahoma Baptist. Zano now pushing it. And I don't know if she was waiting for 9 to cut or not. It'll be Oklahoma Baptist to inbound from near the corner of the field. Fowler will check out now for Oklahoma Baptist, and Tori Kitchell checks back in. And checking out for Ouachita, Kispert will take a seat. Madison Humbard checking back in. Also checking out for Ouachita, Frankie 9 is Asha Sampson. Checks back in. So 3 subs. Hampton just kicking that off Lynch. So it'll stay with Oklahoma Baptist, and Lynch sends it out once again. So Hampton again an opportunity to bring this one in. And Kitchell just pushed out by Thompson. Kitchell will wait for it.
It's like the 5-yard slant across the middle of the field. Yeah. Keep getting first down.
Lynch on her, and Kitchell's the type of player. There's the pass coming across. And a shot to the left. It's a nice look on that left side of the field. Hannah Evans. Kitchell made that ball bend to her will. Evans just didn't get the best foot on it. And you know, Kitchell's kind of player, she takes it inside, she'll draw a double team. Looking ahead now, opportunity not there. It's about as good a look as Ouachita's had in a while. Grayson Turner down there just couldn't get a foot on it.
I wonder if they played to corral it in back pass. You look, they had a numbers advantage there. That instead of putting the ball on to Pendleton, that one extra pass could have had her really out of position.
You're right. Lynch to inbound. Trying to find Dotson near the corner. Dotson has it. Poked out by Oklahoma Baptist. Hampton just sending it out. High pass there, wrap around, looking for a cutter. Cleared. Hampton looking ahead. Kitchell trying to stay ahead of the pack. Nice job by Thompson. I think they said Thompson may have been undercut. I think that's actually the call. They look back on it. Thompson trying to get in place and stay ahead of where Kitchell was. And so I think Thompson was undercut there. The whistle's blown, and Lozano send it down. Taking there, Fowler looks behind her. There's Lynch. Dotson, a cutter. Humbard can't get to it. That was a nice job by McKinney in place. Swanner putting it in place, and it's going to stay with Oklahoma Baptist for just a little while longer now. All right, there's Kitchell. Her pass to the middle. Griffith can't control. McKinney. White let that one go through, and now on the far side of the field. Oklahoma Baptist continuing to make this Ouachita defense work. The defense has extended some, and that's really starting to frustrate the Bison somewhat near midfield. There's the look that Oklahoma Baptist wants. Kitchell. Hampton looking as a cutter. Kitchell. High. Shot. And it's going to go to the left. Nice look as Evans had another opportunity. To the 20th minute now here of the second half. Still no score. White and Griffith will let that one go. White takes it, gives it right back. Middle of the field. There's Kitchell giving over to White. Hampton, pass back, Kitchell. And she'll control it. The shot, Snow. And Snow is there once again. Kitchell just being a one-man wrecking crew and forcing the defense to have to really apply to her. Contact, no whistle. Wind, as you can tell, picking up here. As if it wasn't strong enough, it's coming directly from the north now, so it's going just straight down the field. No crosswind at the moment. And Ouachita has it at its back. Dotson looking ahead. There's Lynch. Lynch. Shot. And Pendleton. Wow. Mia Pendleton coming out and not giving Lynch the good look. Nice job by Mia Pendleton on the save. Corner upcoming, by the way, for Ouachita.
And she was able to push the rebound away to where it wasn't something that a streaking Tiger couldn't come and put in the back of the net.
Exactly. Substitutions now. And adjustments. Oklahoma Baptist with the defensive look it wants. There's the kick into the middle, and it's going to be a corner once again for Ouachita. So good opportunity now for the Tigers. Megan North.
Appropriate right now given our wind trajectory.
Very much so. Pass high, directed, Pendleton's there, and it's cleared. Oklahoma Baptist dodges another bullet. And Mia Pendleton has been stellar in goal this afternoon.
The reflexes there with all those arms and legs and torsos in there to be able to find it and push this side to safety.
Tigers once again. There's Fowler. This one's going to be an Oklahoma Baptist opportunity. Corner kick from Megan North. Right up there high, redirected. Nice job by Ouachita. But an even better job by Pendleton on the inside.
Right, and McKinney was the one that was on the road team that was screening her way.
Hannah Thompson, by the way, had that look for the Tigers. It'll be out. Past the midpoint here in the second half. Championship on the line here in Shawnee. Defending champ out in the quarterfinals here, so we'll have no repeat in this one.
That kind of been the theme for our.
It really had been.
Our all champions playing in the spring with.
Oklahoma Baptist repeated on the volleyball court.
And in the process, ascending to #1 in the country in the AVCA poll.
That is true. Print the shirts.
Print the shirts, buy the rings.
Subs for both teams.
You know, it's not something obviously anyone being #1 in anything is a great achievement, but for us to be in our 10th year playing there, just the third program to ascend to that lofty position, it's quite a feat there for Coach Howell and all the Bison that have just put forth just an incredible resume. I mean, it's a resume with merit.
Exactly.
And when they beat those
beat the ranked opponents,
those teams from that up north conference back in February, and then.
By the way, checking in for Oklahoma Baptist. First time we've seen her this afternoon. 5'2" redshirt junior from McKinney, Texas. Wearing number 25, it's Addison Henry. And also checking in for Oklahoma Baptist. I believe 5'5" senior from Mesquite, Texas, Brenna Gregory. Or no, excuse me, that is Anna Fulton checking back in. Sorry.
Good idea.
Fulton's height is not listed. There's some other girls out on the pitch, and I want to say she's at least 5'9". Less than 20 minutes remaining here.
Come on, come on, come on!
White, pass to her left. There's Fowler, the shot, tie. And again, going in, it's a different field going into that north side. Have to put some strength behind it to go against that north wind. Frankie 9 checking back in for Ouachita. Fowler is going to stay with Oklahoma Baptist.
Come on!
Parker, Kitchell's there. Hampton's going to have to chase this one down, and she'll do it. Nowhere to go for Bryant that time. Again, staying on the Oklahoma Baptist end. Nine wanted it, and the contact. Nine's going to be there. Well, she won't be there for the kick. Lozano will take that one. Contact there, but you have to give credit to 9 for being the aggressor. Lozano's kick, and that was a nice setup. Staying with the Tigers. Look in the middle, McKinney. She'll redirect. McKinney's there again. It's going to be chased down, and Pendleton will come out. Fulton keeps it with the Bison. Fowler tries to chase that one down, can't find it. Gattle the other direction. Right about 16 minutes left in this one. There's Kitchell drawing that double team once again. Hampton looking to the middle. Henry. Fowler wants to make the pass over to find Parker, and it'll go out. I think it has gotten a little bit colder here in Shawnee.
Say there was that brief moment early in the second half. I think when I was out walking, I said I need to go out for a walk again and set up some more post game because the sun was decided it wanted to peek its head out here.
There's that flag, full extension again. We talk about a flag being at full extension. The goalkeepers have both been there, and that flag is as well. It is a windy day here in Shawnee.
It was only mildly forced.
Take what you have.
I mean, you've said worse.
I have. Thank you for reminding me. Pass taken away. Defense is there, cleared. I know the Bison have had a few better looks than that, but really, they just think there have been opportunities today. have to give credit to that Tigers defense, and one of the things about it, just not giving any room. The pass, been able to make through, but once the pass gets to the middle of the field, the defense collapses. Mixing it up at midfield, Thompson and Kitchell, and Kitchell comes away with it. Kitchell's shot is high.
Is that a one-point reversal? All right, wait! That's what it looked like there.
I think so.
Woo! I know Ouachita sponsors wrestling, but
oh, just a little high. And boy, Tori Kitchell. She plays well anyway. She likes to shine in these championship matches. Drawing defenders, and this crowd ready to get on its feet.
They are. They're just dying for a moment.
Yeah, wrestling, I think, became a spring sport to an extent in some parts of the college landscape.
Not yet in the GAC footprint. Out of sight, out of mind. If we don't sponsor it, we don't promote it.
Okay. Defense is there. Fowler trying to find Parker cutting. Can't do it. Other direction. And Kispert, who's come back in. We'll see it stay on the Tigers' end. Less than 13 remaining here. You know, remembering back to the early days of the Great American Conference, as Dotson header tries to send it back in the middle of the field, taken, and Pendleton's there. That was about as good a look as Palladini, I think, is going to have. White working it down the field. Palladini coming up from behind, taken back the other direction, Lozano. So the defense there, you know, I was thinking back to some of the early days of the Great American Conference when you couldn't say automatic bid because the conference hadn't been in place long enough. You want to say automatic bid to the tournament champion every time, and it's hard not to say it this afternoon.
You're doing a good job avoiding falling into that verbal pitfall, that verbal tick, I guess.
Nice job once again by Pendleton.
As you can see as well, the change that we have handed out this year, that even with some perhaps quirks in the schedules and format, it'd be different. We've generally come out with representative finals and worthy tournament champions. We haven't seen come out there where like, oh, someone benefit from playing a lot fewer games, or the divisional play schedule we had in volleyball and basketball, you know, messed up some seedings and everything like that. So
there's Fowler, pass. White can't get to it.
Good idea. Good run.
She will. She's going to keep it in. So White's going to stay with it here. Bison on the north end of the field. Hampton. She's met by 9. And then 2 other players. Have to get used to the fact that 9 is wearing 21. There's a shot. Snow will step in.
Let's go, Bison.
I'm going to presume that Jamie Fowler has seniority, otherwise it would have immediately
9 should be wearing 9.
9 is 9,
yes.
Similar, if ever you have someone on your team named High, you give them 5.
That's
or low.
Or low. You remember when you said I'd said worse before?
Only because I'm on fewer broadcasts than you, Joe. You've got a bigger resume of missteps.
Thank you.
That just means it's harder for you to have the worst comment ever.
Okay, all right.
By volume. You can't, I say 3 things, one of them 3 is going to be the worst. You say 1,000 things, 1 in 1,000 is obviously a lot harder to be the worst. It's basic math.
Less than 10 minutes here. That's the math I know right now. And it's still scoreless tie. The Bison have been the aggressors even in the second half. I have to give a lot of credit out to both of these goalkeepers, though, today. They've stepped up. Pendleton and Snow both. And
yeah, the combined 9 saves don't accurately tell how many times they've been called on by their defenses to end an attack.
Griffith. And now Hampton not able to get past midfield. Kispert there. There's Fowler going against Lozano.
Lozano's just so kind of, it's hard to juke her out of position and get her on the wrong foot and get by her.
Hitter, Fowler.
Knock the box out.
Looking for White. Snow stepping in again. And that's just a nice job. White was there. She wasn't actually the cutter that time. Swanner was the one. Yeah, Swanner was the one that stepped in, had the best look. Kispert has players. There's 9. 9. Pass. And it's kicked out. Going to result in a corner now, though, as Megan North goes to the left corner.
They ran a couple good set plays. Well, and they had those 2 quarter kicks at about what, the 30-minute mark or so, 25-minute mark. If they have another good design here.
There's the kick. High. Dotson's there. There's a shot. Cleared out.
Go!
Thompson once again had the best look at that for Ouachita. Bison the other direction now. Looking ahead. Swanner slows it down.
Come on, Tim! Shoot it!
Finds Hampton. Hampton shot high. Oh my goodness. One of the best looks of the day.
That's the best battle we've seen. That came right after one of the 2 or 3 best chances that Ouachita had. So yeah. I don't know if teams are willing to open up just a little bit more here in these last 5 minutes, knowing that any goal here would likely
go, White!
Be the winner.
She doesn't want to kick it straight to Snow, and trying to avoid that. And, you know, it stays with the Bison. 9 checked out just a moment ago for Ouachita, by the way, and Lynch has come back in. Kispert has friends, and that one cleared out. Here comes the other direction. Less than 5 minutes remaining in regulation here.
What are you calling?
Well, honestly, I have to say, we've seen some contact that was a little bit stronger than that didn't get the whistle. This one does.
I don't know if the idea maybe there being that she took away an advantage that the Ouachita player was holding, maybe.
North, there's the kick. Dodson sends it the wrong direction. A little help there. Oklahoma Baptist. There's another look. Cleared out. McKinney. Here's Hampton. Bryant will step up. Going back the other direction, White. Say so long to Eric Moyer as he's going to have to again tend to Great American Conference responsibilities. Take care of awards and other things that will need to be done here for the women's soccer post-game ceremonies, which we will have for you following the conclusion of this contest here on the GAC Sports Network. Just more than 3 minutes remaining here. And there is, as that clear contact, and I was saying that Ouachita fans saying that Hampton had two hands in the back, wanted that foul to be called. The Oklahoma Baptist fans saying, well, it didn't get called, it needs to be the inbound. So here's the inbound. Lynch, the pass, high. A little bit too high, no one can get over there to it. Sampson can't chase that one down for Ouachita. Sent inside again, cleared out. White pushing ahead. His friend's ahead of her. There's Fowler on the left side. Stops. And a nice job by Thompson. Let's stay with the Bison. It does. McKinney steps in. Here's Hampton. 2 minutes left. White trying to make a move around 2 or 3 of the Tigers. Sends Hampton to the right side. She'll want it back. Hampton finds the cutter, can't do it. Nice job. Great job by the defense.
Let's go, White!
They say last touch by Oklahoma Baptist, so.
Come on, White!
I thought for just a moment that the Bison might get a corner opportunity with 1.5 minutes remaining. Not overtime yet, but I have a feeling at this point in the game, next goal wins it. Next goal would be first goal. Final minute of regulation on the Tigers' end. Kispert. Cut across the middle. Tigers with the pass. And who touched that last? It's going to be a corner opportunity for Ouachita. North sprinting to the corner to get one good look. Megan North from the corner. There is the kick against the wind. Pendleton knocks it away, and it was tipped high. Take another look at this here. Pendleton didn't knock it away. Got a hand on it, just a fingertip. And that took a fortuitous bounce for the Bison. And the clock has run out on regulation. No score here in the GAC Championship match, Spring 2021 version. We'll take a break, and we will be back with an overtime session here in just a moment on the GAC Sports Network.
We see you.
Your incredible potential and willpower set you apart. You're first to take that leap of faith. First to get to work. First to solve the problem. No burden should be carried alone. We'll be there. Every step, day, challenge. First is your destiny. We get it, because first is who we are.
At East Central University, we educate and empower students to transform the world. We provide an exceptional hands-on learning experience with professors who really go that extra mile. East Central University encourages students to become who they are meant to be while making lasting memories. East Central University, welcome home.
What does it mean to be a Ranger? It means smaller class sizes, so you're seen and heard. It means graduating debt-free, like over half of our students. It means getting help when you need it through financial aid and scholarships, like more than 80% of our students. To be a Ranger, you're rowdy with excitement. To be a Ranger, you care about your education. To be a Ranger, you saddle up to a challenge and ride to success. Rowdy lives here. Rangers live here. Northwestern. Success lives here.
Character, culture, and Christ have been the motto for Southern Nazarene University for many, many years. When I came as president, I was really curious about those words and really curious to dig into the archives. In fact, a conversation on campus one day with a visitor to our campus who asked that same question, what is character, culture, and Christ? Last but certainly not least, in fact, I would put it first, and that is serving Christ. I like the fact that it's last because it does undergird everything that we do. Our responsibility, I believe, more than anything else, is to serve our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
While studying chemistry, I learned so much about science, and even more about myself. The professors at our school are amazing. They made a difference in my life and prepared me to make a difference in the world. Thanks to Henderson State University, I live ready.
It's your moment. It's your moment.
It's your moment.
It's overtime here at Shawnee. Overtime in the postseason. And that means the golden goal rules apply, as has just been announced here at the OBU soccer complex. First goal is going to win it. And we'll see how that comes about. For Oklahoma Baptist, through the first 90 minutes of this contest, 20 shots, 5 shots on goal. And Michelle Snow has been there to take care of business the entire time for Ouachita. And meanwhile, for the Tigers, 8 shots, 5 shots on goal. And that really changed from the first half to the second half. Of course, Mia Pendleton in the right place, right time to take care of business for her team as well. But what really makes a difference and stands out, to me anyway, for Ouachita in the second half 4 shots, all 4 shots on goal. And another interesting statistic about the Tigers is that 8 shots have been taken by Ouachita throughout the game by 8 different players. Meanwhile, for Oklahoma Baptist, 5 players with 2 shots apiece, and Torrey Kitchell has 10 shots for the Bison, accounting for their 20 shots. Again, each goalkeeper with 5 saves through the first 90 minutes of this match. And so the GAC Tournament Championship on the line. It remains on the line here as we move to overtime. 10 minutes here in this first session. Ouachita Tigers being cheered on by Coach Wright, the GAC Coach of the Year in spring 2021. Bison will continue to move toward the north goal. And the wind has not lessened. Teasing just a little bit, only just a little bit, about the fact that it's gotten a little bit colder here. It really hasn't. Temperature still says, at least according to what I'm seeing, 53 degrees. As that wind has picked up, the chill in the air has as well. Overtime session just about to get underway. Kaylee Swanner will control things for Oklahoma Baptist when the officials say it's time. Looking at these 2 teams, by the way, Jamie Dotson and Hannah Thompson for Ouachita lead the way with game-winning goals, each with 2 for the Tigers this season. And Katie Swanner, as you saw her there at midfield, she and Hannah White each with 2 game-winning goals this season to lead the way for the Bison. Kitchell, who's had a game-winning goal in this championship match 2 seasons ago. Middle of the field, and Dotson will take it away. Kenny, the other direction, and here comes Fowler. Fowler, a shot as Pendleton will come out, take care of business. Griffith really with nowhere to go with that one. Step in once again. There's Dotson, ahead to Fowler. Fowler will slow it down. Now gives off Turner. Turner looking in the middle. Kispert trying to get around a defender. Shot, and in to bring it in is Pendleton. Another good look for Ouachita. You see it again. Kispert with the opportunity. Here we stay on the Ouachita end. Kispert's there. Trying to work around Bryant. And there Hampton as well. Tigers will inbound. Fowler looking for Dotson. Dotson, the long pass to the corner. And chase down. Sampson was there. Pendleton steps in. And she'll rip that one away. Pendleton, a freshman. Stellar year she's played and been in goal for the Bison throughout the season. Looking ahead. Pass over to Kitchell. Kitchell will direct traffic. Shot sent away. And then chased down by Fowler, controlled by Dotson the other direction. And just taken away by Bryant. Oh, wow, crowd doesn't like that. Jamie Fowler, the Ouachita Fowler, gets it back. Kispert, and she'll just get rid of this one. Bryant with nowhere to go. Frankie 9 will check back in. Ashlyn Lynch checks out for the Tigers. North asking for it to Dotson in the corner. Dotson, the pass. Pendleton steps in. Nice job by Pendleton once again. And it's a nice pass to the inside. Kispert to Cutter trying to find that lane. We see it once again. Kispert nearly there. Credit to Pendleton for stepping in. You don't want to wait and let the play come to you at that point in time. Bryant looking for Kitchell. Lozano's there. I'll stay with Oklahoma Baptist. Lozano take it the other way is McKinney now. Bryant. We reach the midpoint here of this first overtime session. First goal wins it. Fowler to her left. There's Swanner. White. And the pass high. Kitchell on the near side. Kitchell, a little bit of an opening, not much. Brings it to the top of the key. There's Griffith. Nowhere to go with it, and it's cleared. Staying with the Bison now. And a quick inbound. Hampton will move all the way to the other side of the field. And there's the pass in. Fowler. Pass high. Evans is there, the header. Nice look. Hampton with the long pass trying to find Evans. And she does just that, just a little bit wide. Evans stepping in, keeping it there. Kitchell tries to chase this one down, and Lozano will send it out of bounds. And that's going to keep it with the Bison now. Not much for Lozano to do. Inbound. Header, Griffith. Looked like she might try to pass it to the far side. Chase down, and here comes Turner. Tigers the other direction. Kispert. There's the pass. Turner with an opportunity. Turner. And the shot saved. Pendleton the other direction. 2.5 remaining here. First overtime session. GAC championship on the line. Lozano gives and gets back. Stop right there. Fowler looking ahead. Nice job by the Oklahoma Baptist defense, and Hampton will send it out. Now Tigers with an opportunity here. Lynch inbound. Corner now for the Tigers. Less than a minute and a half remaining. Big opportunity now for Ouachita. Frankie 9 from the corner. Low kick. And it goes in. Goal. And the Ouachita Tigers have won the Spring 2021 GAC Tournament Championship. And a fantastic goal for Ouachita. Redirected and in the goal. And it looks like Megan North may have gotten a touch on that as well. But how about that corner from Frankie 9? Great look. A low kick. Took advantage of it. The wind had been challenging on the high kicks all day long, even on the south end of the field. And Frankie 9 with a great corner kick. Nice job by the Tigers. And you are looking at your GAC tournament champions for spring 2021. The Ouachita Tigers. We're going to take a break, and we will be back with some post-game ceremonies and talk about this one just a little bit more here in a moment on the GAC Sports Network.
I've heard people say Ouachita. Ouachita. Ouachita.
Is it pronounced Ouachita?
Searching for Ouachita Baptist University.
Back in Texas, everybody pronounces it Wichita, but really, it's Ouachita.
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 How would you pronounce it?
Ouachita.
It's Ouachita Baptist University. Get it right.
It's Ouachita, people. It's Ouachita. Ouachita.
Hey, what you doing this for? Just out here for recreational purposes? No. Working, man.
Mission today is work hard until you can't go no more. It's always a team mission. Can't get nowhere without the team. It takes everybody. 1, 2, 3. Hey, you better be open. You better be open.
Man, listen, It's only one attitude that you gotta bring.
Let's go.
That you need to bring.
Work. I mean, we come out here every day to get better. It was easy, everybody to do it, man. We work out on the street, you feel me? We the best in the nation. We outwork, we outwork anybody. We always grinding, always getting better.
Every time I come through these lines, no matter where these lines at, work. Maximum effort.
Let's go. SWASU has been saying that the focus is you for 20 years. Now that I'm here, I know my voice matters.
It's a true home away from home where the professors really do put the focus on me and my dreams.
At SWASU, it feels like they are cheering me on with so many ways to get involved, like social clubs,
Sports, quality academics, and great people who care about your success. For real, the focus is on you.
Open the door to your future at SWASU. Go Dogs!
SWASU, the focus is you.
My college journey allowed me to become a versatile musician, a well-rounded student, and a stronger person. My experience at Henderson State University is why I live ready.
Character, culture, and Christ have been the motto for Southern Nazarene University for many, many years. When I came as president, I was really curious about those words and really curious to dig into the archives. In fact, a conversation on campus one day with a visitor to our campus who asked that same question, what does character, culture, and Christ mean today? These days I like to talk about refining character. I think that we're all in process, and in those collegiate years, those years of a university experience, there's a great opportunity to refine character.
When you think about college, it's easy to think of intimidating things.
Like the large campus and classrooms, big books and big tests.
And the long journey you'll take to achieve your dream career.
But when you get here, you realize that it's not just about these things.
Instead, it's about the people.
The people who pushed us to succeed.
Those who struggled and achieved with us.
Believed in us.
It's about how we feel when we're on campus.
It's about finding our place.
It's about family. You may not always know exactly where you're going, but at SAU, it's about discovering yourself and living and learning with people who care about you.
It's about finding your home.
It's about being home.
This is home.
Yeah, I've got choices.
I'm ready for my future.
Your future, your choice.
In overtime, the Ouachita Tigers come away with the golden goal, and it's on the foot of Frankie Nine. From the corner, she found a way to hook it in. It was a low kick, and after looking at it numerous times again, Frankie Nine credited with the golden goal in this one. She has the game winner, and Oklahoma Baptist disappointed at home, and rightfully so. The Bison have made it to the tournament championship for 4 consecutive years, and unfortunately for Oklahoma Baptist have come up on the short end in 3 of those years. This year, the Ouachita Tigers coming away victorious. You see the championship and runner-up trophies there is representing the Great American Conference. Associate Commissioner for Communications, Eric Moyer. He was in the broadcast booth here with us for a while today. We appreciated his work as well. The Great American Conference well represented by its staff, and they do a great job. Of course, the GAC in its 10th season this year, and those folks have done a fantastic job in making sure that seasons are being played. You see some of the Bison there. What an effort today on their part. The all-tournament team is being announced right now. And players from teams that aren't here in the championship, their names were mentioned. And we see now from the runner-up Oklahoma Baptist Bison on the all-tournament team, Mia Pendleton, who today had a fantastic game. Pendleton with 10 saves. Hannah White also represented on that all-tournament team. By the way, you look at those 10 saves and go back to what happened in the overtime session. She had 5 saves going into the extra period. 6 shots on goal for the Tigers, who'd had only 5 in the previous 90 minutes. Kimmy McKinney represented on the all-tournament team for Oklahoma Baptist. Michelle Snow, who did a great job in goal today as well, with 5 saves. in her time. Ouachita also represented by Megan North. Megan North had been taking that corner kick responsibility over the course of the day many times. It was Frankie Nine who checked in and ultimately got the goal in the 100th minute. Erica Gaddy on the all-tournament team. Solid day and solid tournament for Gaddy as well. Ashlyn Lynch named to the all-tournament team as well. That tournament MVP goes to Jamie Dotson. Dotson, a stellar tournament. Had a couple of shots today. Game winner earlier in the semifinal match. The Oklahoma Baptist Bison now ready to receive the runner-up trophy. A great season for Oklahoma Baptist, falling to 7-2-2 with a loss today. But another great year for Coach Mike White and his team. And the Ouachita Tigers named as champions, the spring 2021 champions of the Great American Conference. Coach Kevin Wright, the coach of the year in the GAC this season, and his team ultimately victorious. They win the final game of the year in women's soccer in the GAC. Celebration at midfield as the Tigers are victorious. Great year. Jamie Dotson again, tournament MVP. Stellar season for her. And a junior representing well. It's been windy all day long here in Shawnee. Keeping the ball low was pretty much the right thing to do, because as you can see, when it went high, it would sail. No matter which end of the field it was on, keeping the ball high was a challenge. For Mia Pendleton and for Michelle Snow, they did their job in goal for 90+ minutes. Great back and forth between the two. The Bison at home, as the day dragged on, it got windier, it got cooler, and the Bison with opportunities. Unfortunately for Oklahoma Baptist, not able to take advantage when they needed to. Ultimately, it was Frankie Nine from the corner whose low kick found a way to make it inside the post and into that left corner. The Tigers celebrate as champions of the GAC in 2021. I want to say thanks to everyone for watching today. Thanks to our producers, Mason Woolbright, Matt Johnson. Thanks to my broadcast partner for the day, Eric Moyer, Associate Commissioner. And thank you for watching. The seasons continue in the spring in the GAC. Keep watching the GAC Sports Network for more tournament championships. I'm Joey McWilliams. God bless you. Have a great weekend.